What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar with C-Zar Gets Crypto. We are talking about Ethereum today, and I've got some stuff drawn on there. From I don't normally talk about Ethereum, so I'd like to give it a kind of just an overall introduction with its price action and where I stand on it. So let's get into that. Pull up the fib retracement tool here. If you look over here in your tool section, it's at the very top for me at least. The fib retracement tool, I go from the bottom to the top, most recent bottom, most recent top. It looks like we've got respect on the 382 and the 236. We're holding it as support here for quite a while, from April till now. So, for quite a while. Holding the 236 as resistance. Yes, we broke above it, but got quickly back below it. I'd say we held this as resistance for almost that whole time after this little peak here. This to me looks like it wants to go to the 618, which is right around 16,020, right around there, right? It looks like it wants to go there, and the way that this chart is presenting itself to me, I think it actually looks like it wants to go through it. This might be a scenario where we go through the 618, find support on the 786, test resistance on the 618, and then we go lower from there. Or maybe, same kind of deal, but we go to the 886 instead, and then 618, Maybe we only go as far as the 0.69 here and then up. I don't know. But I think we are going to see a scenario where we break through the 618 and find it as resistance. If not, that's okay. Finding support on the 618 is very normal. But if that doesn't happen, if we don't break through the 618, I would expect that the bounce would take us at a minimum here and at a maximum here. Somewhere between 18 and 17 and 1800. Give or take a few dollars. But I do expect, just the way this looks, I think it wants to go through the 618. That's my genuine opinion on it. Looking at the weekly, I'm going to take this same fib, but I'm going to pull it out a little bit. This most recent, on a weekly, this low looks more significant to me than that low does. This is like more of the most recent low. So this fib, we just broke below the 236, found resistance on the 0.069. At least it wants to go to the 382. I mean, that's at 1646. I'm pretty sure that's where the 618... 1624, so $20 off, but those are basically in the same area, which makes sense to me. And it wouldn't be surprising if we did break through the 382 on this first pass, came back up and found support on or resistance on it, and then proceeded to go to the 618 or lower. Who knows? Right now, I would like to see how we interact with this line. That's what I'd like to see. And that's about $100 lower than where we are now. So if and when we get there, we'll see how it interacts. But I'm kind of expecting it to go through that line. If it holds that line, it'll be some more time before we see lower prices. But I think this is all going to happen now. And the reason I think that, if we look at the ETH BTC chart, let's use Coinbase. Looking at this chart, to me, on a weekly basis, it looks like we had a trend, right? Had a little uptrend, a nice big, excitement up, and then nothing, just boring, right? Since May of 2021, literally just sideways, up and down. We had a little V here for fun. That was it. This to me looks like it wants to go down. It's in this range, it's in this little bubble, and it is ready to. That looks bad. It's in this little range, and it could be, this very well could be a diamond, and I think I identified that. Maybe I identified that. I don't know. But this to me looks like it's a diamond. If we go, I don't know how I want to draw this. And diamonds are somewhat rare. They're not too common. I don't see them too often, though. This is if this isn't the first one, the same one that I identified the other day, this is one of two that I've identified recently. I think two in my whole time on this channel even. But let's see. Yeah. And I would say we are coming to the end of our diamond pattern here. And this is a topping. It's a topping pattern, it's a bottoming pattern, and it's a continuation pattern. Something like that. You know, maybe we can tighten it up even like that. And it doesn't have to be pretty, but this V in the middle of it, it's pretty classic. Oh man, you guys lost me. You lost me. Okay, I'm back. You can see me. I don't know what's going on with my camera, but anyways, let's see here. So to me, it looks like it's a topping formation. It could be a continuation formation. It is literally any and everything that you need it to be. But what it is known for is whenever you get a break, it's known for a pullback or a throwback, either way, depending, you know, back to where it broke out to, and then going lower. It's known for very volatile breakouts. It doesn't just break out and go straight down, though that could happen too. It really could happen. And in fact, taking the diamond out of the equation, this to me, it looks kind of like a big M, right? And normally these M's, where the leg forms, the next leg down, it actually goes lower than that leg. How much lower, I don't know. Maybe it goes a lot lower. Maybe it goes barely lower. Maybe it doesn't even go lower, but normally it does go lower. And another thing to take into consideration is where does this leg up here, where this M part is formed, where does this leg start? Does it start here? Does it start there? That can be a big difference. If it starts here, you know, maybe it only goes this low. If it starts here, that's a lot, you know, it's a lot lower. If it starts down here, that's a lot lower. I do think, in my opinion, it starts at this low, but it could be interpreted differently. It really could be. And the more you zoom out, you go on the monthly basis, you know, this diamond pattern actually looks a lot more, in my opinion, noticeable. You get that diamond shape here. Oops. Let's see. It's so hard with the magnet on. There we go. You know, it's a nice little like diamond shape. And it wouldn't surprise me if we did just get a straight drop from here. And when I say straight, it might not just be, you know, like we might have a little pump in there, and then it go, you know, like it can be pretty straight without going like just down, 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 no upside. But the upside will be short-lived. And anyways, you know, that's my opinion on the Ethereum versus Bitcoin chart. It is really not a good-looking chart. Yeah, it looks like we just broke out of this trend here. Yeah, not good. Not good. Definitely not good. You know, if you were to draw a line here to there, right, getting all these lows in, maybe, I don't know, maybe it's not. Maybe it hasn't broken out of this trend yet. Maybe that's a psych out. I don't know. Relatively, you know, the most relative trend that it was in, it definitely broke out of that. But could it be in a bigger, I don't know. To me, actually, what this looks like is, it looks like a channel, right? And where once we had support on this line, then we had resistance. I think that's what it was. We had a battle with this line is what it was. And we lost it. We definitely lost it. Probably more, it's probably actually more like that. Yeah. I don't know. It doesn't look good. It definitely looks like it wants to lose more ground, go lower, and I wouldn't be surprised if the extensions that we hit were, let's see, off of this chart, off of the Ethereum versus Bitcoin. This has nothing to do with the dollar, but the extensions we could see are the 1272 or the 1618. And if you remember, I think when I started this video, maybe I didn't. I think when I started this video, I was talking about Ethereum going below 50%. Like, let's see here. Let's see. Bitcoin. If we were to go to Bitcoin, right? Because I have a prediction. Most of the time on my channel, I talk about Bitcoin, and my prediction right now is that from top, let's go from the current price actually. That I think Bitcoin's going to go below $10,000 definitely below $15,000, with a minimum drop around $13,000. But I am expecting prices to go below $10,000. But minimum drop around $13,000. That's a 49% drop. Okay, so 49%. If Ethereum were to drop 49% from its current price, right? I'm gonna take this off. Let's see. 49% would put it at a price of $879. Okay. That's Ethereum. And that's if it stays with Bitcoin. That's if it loses just as much value as Bitcoin does on the way down, right? Or if it goes up, if it doesn't lose as much value, maybe it'll go up. But that's what this chart's for, Ethereum BTC. And we look at the Coinbase. I'm looking at the Coinbase one. They're all probably the same. This looks like it wants to go down, which means that Ethereum's going to lose its value versus Bitcoin, which means, truthfully, in my opinion, that a 49% drop is not what we're going to see. We're going to see something greater, probably more like a 60% drop, a 80% drop. Maybe not an 80% drop. It could be, but you know, a 60% drop. I think definitely a 50% drop should be in the talks. Let's see. I mean, a 50% drop around there would put us around this previous low area. It could be something like that. A 60% drop would put us even lower. I wonder what the fibs are for this bad boy. Let's see. I don't know if I should take it from there. I don't know. We're right at the 236. It is the low to the high. And that is right at the 1272. Looks like there's respect before the anchors. There is respect after the anchor points. Rejected the 0.069. Found support on the 236. I actually might like this more than this one, because here it's just barely below the 0.069. It didn't actually touch it. And there's not really any respect on the 236. Maybe it's this one. This could be a rare scenario where it's this top. It's the top that's, you know, the first one. Maybe it could be something like this, but still around that 1272. This makes sense. This would make sense to me. For Ethereum to go down, you know, around $690. You know, because crypto's funny that way. That actually would make a lot of sense. It could go lower. It could go to the 1618 for sure. It could do a 70% drop. Because again, if Bitcoin's going to drop 49% from here, and the Ethereum versus Bitcoin chart looks bad, right? It looks bad. It really does look bad. Like, if you forget what it looks like, let's go to it again. Ethereum, Bitcoin, and let me get this off of here. Right, on a weekly basis, we just broke out of this range that we were in. You zoom out, it doesn't look like it quite so much yet. But to me, it looks like we're going to go down. We've got lower highs, and I think we are waiting. We're just waiting to interact with like this kind of general zone for the Ethereum Bitcoin pair. And that, from its current price, is roughly anywhere from a 50 to a 73% drop. Even if it doesn't drop that low, let's say it goes as low, maybe not even as low as its previous low. Maybe it forms a higher low. Okay, let's see. Let's get it all up close here. Maybe it forms a higher low right here, 19% of a drop. That would still mean that it's going to drop more than 49% than Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin's going to drop 49% at the minimum is what I'm expecting. I think it's going to drop more actually, which is not good for Ethereum. I think it could drop, you know, as much as 69% from here. No pun intended. But if Bitcoin were to drop 49% from its current price and Ethereum matched it, which doesn't look like it would happen, that would put Ethereum at $874. And if it loses value against Bitcoin, it would more likely drop lower than this. Maybe 60%, maybe 50%, but 50% is in the middle of no man's land. So I don't think so. 60% looks likely. A 70% drop looks likely. And if Bitcoin's to drop 70% from here, then, I mean, we're talking prices that are below, definitely below $400 for Ethereum, which I don't know if I necessarily expect that. So maybe Bitcoin bottoms before Ethereum, maybe Ethereum bottoms before Bitcoin or something like that. I don't know. Maybe the Ethereum Bitcoin chart doesn't go to the lows that I'm thinking it'll go to, but all this stuff really doesn't look good for Ethereum, man. This is a long video to say that there's a bunch of factors at play that I don't like. Ultimately, I do think Ethereum is a good asset to own. I think it has a bright future, all that stuff. We're on Bitstamp. I don't want to be on Bitstamp. Index. But yeah. You know, let's see. Bottom to high. 382, 236 down. I mean, the overall structure of this doesn't look bad. You could go truthfully, the 618 is down here at 420. Wow. No, okay, 409. I'm on 420. Okay, so 409. And, you know, maybe Ethereum goes that low. It really could go that low. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it goes to the 0.5. But on this greater fib, man, I could have made a way shorter video about all this, because really, the way that this looks, how much respect we got on the 382 and the 236 right here, and the rejection off the point, I really wouldn't doubt if we saw something in the realm of all of these lines. This line, or the 0.69. And if we see the 0.69, it's going to be a wick. If we went down to 300, it's going to be a wick. It's going to be a week. It's going to be a day. It's going to be an hour. I don't know how long, but it's not going to be a long time that we're this low, that we're below this orange line. If we get to the orange line, it's not going to be long that we're there either. And if we see a move off the 0.5, that would be, to me, that would be the most bullish thing. Second, you know, the only thing, bouncing off the 0.618 is a very bullish thing too, but I feel like I see very dramatic moves more often off of the 0.5 than they're more systematic off the 0.618, but they're more dramatic off the 0.5. So, but either way, I mean, a bounce off of any of these lines would be a really good thing. Yeah, and I'm quite convinced that Ethereum is going to go below $700, because again, given all the things that we just did from the current price, if Ethereum's going to drop, Bitcoin's going to drop 40%, right, or 49%. Ethereum's probably going to drop 60%. That puts it below 700, and it's actually right there at that 0.5, which is also right at this. If we go from low to high, oops, I know there's a lot of lines on the chart. We're going to zoom in, but this, bear with me here. This 0.5 of this greater fib, right? This from low to high, the whole bull cycle fib right here. The 0.5 lines up basically with this 1272. They're in the same area. And right there with the 0.1414. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a bottom for Ethereum right here around, you know, $600 to $700, somewhere in that range. Maybe lower, but that wouldn't surprise me. There's a lot lining up down there. And yeah, that's all I got. That's, you know, I think I've done enough with this one. I hope I didn't confuse anybody or make too little sense or lose anybody along the way. If I did, I'm sorry. If I didn't, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, please. Leave a comment if you want me to do a long, detailed video about your stock or crypto or whatever thing that you're interested in. I'm totally open to requests. Yeah. Let's see. Bitcoin's dropping right now. Oh, man. I was thinking today and tomorrow might be bullish. But, man, it's not looking like that. We might be getting this party started, man. This could be a really bad week, guys. This could very well be a very bad week. This could be the start of it. This really could. Wow. Holy crap. Of a move that's, I mean, anywhere from 16 to 25% or more, something like that for Bitcoin. So that's big for Bitcoin, but that's big for everything else because if altcoins, right? We do BTC.D. If you remember my last video that I made, like last night actually, Bitcoin's dominance is breaking out to the upside. You know, altcoins are going to lose, and that's Ethereum included. Altcoins are going to lose value against Bitcoin. And if Bitcoin is about to, it looks like right now, like literally we're going to experience it this week. If Bitcoin's going to drop 16 to 22%, 25% or more, altcoins are just not safe, man. You're going to see 30% drops, 40% drops. You're going to see days where it's going to be a real bloodbath here soon. It might be this week. It genuinely might be. What's going on this week? It's the 11th. It's the middle of June. It's the middle of summer. Sell in May and go away. I don't know. Like, there's nothing. I mean, I guess, you know, Gary Gensler with the SEC going after Coinbase and Binance. I don't know. Anyways, a little ramble at the end there. If you guys like the content, leave a thumbs up, subscribe, please. Thank you all very much. Be safe, and you know, if you're invested right now and you want to stay invested, you know, even if this stuff scares you or doesn't scare you, whatever. If you're invested, if you're in it for the long term, remember that. If and when it drops, remember that. Don't get scared. Just, you know, pile on more money. Take whatever money you have that you're willing to invest more in, and just DCA, dollar cost average. And that's the best strategy. Don't get scared. You want to buy low and sell high. If Bitcoin drops down here and all the rest of the market drops with it, is it going to be a better time to buy down here than up here? Yes, it is. I do think we're ultimately going to go lower, but it's not going to be a straight line. We're going to have, you know, steps along the way. It's not going to look like that, but it's not going to be a straight line either. So just be safe, be smart. Someone made a request for me to make a risk management video, and I want to put some thought into it before I do it, but I definitely want to do it because most of the time when I make these videos, I just kind of, you know, I BS it. I just, you know, I go off the top of my head. I'm just talking. I'm not BSing my TA. It's real TA. I'm doing, you know, I'm giving it my best effort. I'm trying to talk with my best effort too, but it's off the top of my head. It's not recited or anything like that, you know. So with something as important as risk management, I might want to have notes or like some more like of a blueprint of what I want to say. So I will get back to you guys on that, but for right now, I would say bears, saddle up, bulls, strap in. It's going to be, I think, a pretty quick flush to the downside. We're going to see some resolution finally. It's going to be the most exciting week that we've had since March. Yep, since March 13th. Calling it. This week's going to be the best week, or not best week, one of the biggest weeks since then. Biggest week we had was 9%. Yep, so bigger than 9% this week. All right. Anywho, take it easy, everybody. Adios.